Oh, wait a second. I'm going to take
Well,
off my glasses. We'll stop that and start it again.
okay. Do you want your glasses off?
Yeah, they seem to dominate my face. So,
Uh, uh,
and I don't need to read anything. If I don't need to read, I'm fine.
all right, now I know how to fuck you up. I'll just say, Bill, read that.
That's it. That's it.
All right, we ready? Let's do it
Yeah.
again. Hello, and thanks for joining us on the Harmonic Concordance blog. Uh, on the newly redesigned Harmonic Concordance blog. My name is Johnny Mirehiel,
My name is Bill Spransey.
and we will be taking you into a variety of conversations that we'll have over the next coming years with people who have what? What?
That's a little bold. Just it's a little bold.
All right. So I'm going to say, and I'm Johnny Mirehiel, and you're going to say, and I'm Bill Spransey, and we're going to, and you go into a little
Yeah. Yeah.
run up,
Okay.
right? Okay, now get that thing straightened out because you,
Okay.
I mean, put
Okay.
yourself in the picture as large as I am here. I mean, I could move back also, you know.
Well, I mean, you want me to lean into it like this? I mean,
No, no. Look, come into it so that you're, yeah, so that you're like that. Can you do that?
sure.
You can do that comfortably.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm here.
Now, sit back a little bit. Drop the top of the laptop so that it comes down. Your head is, you don't have as much space above your head. Yeah, come on, more.
Uh,
Let's see those massive
uh,
shoulders.
listen, if we can be doing this, my name's gonna come up here and say Robbie Spransey. You notice it says Robbie Spransey. So
We're
I'm
not
gonna
seeing.
say that Robbie's not here right now except for this vision. So I'm just gonna take her place, and my name is Bill.
All right. All right. So once again,
Wait a second. Go ahead.
hi. My name is Johnny Mirehiel, and I want to welcome you to the newly redesigned Harmonic Concordance blog.
Ah,
I am
I'm
joined
Bill.
today. What?
Go ahead.
What? No.
I mean, I didn't know you were going to say and you're joined today by with. Go ahead and do that. I mean, I'm just thought you were handing it over to me.
Well,
Do it again.
if I do or if I don't, I don't know what I'm going to do. So
Okay. Well, you just let me know.
hi. Thanks for joining us today on the Harmonic Concordance blog. My name is Johnny Mirehiel, and I'm joined by my partner in crime.
Hi, I'm Bill Spransey. I know in the bottom screen it says Robbie Spransey. We won't be confused here because Robbie's represented by this portrait right there. So I'm going to be taking her place generally during the course of these talks that we're going to host,
These conversations.
these conversations we're going to host over however long we host them. We're going to explore that which the unexplainable, spirit. This is going to be an exploration of spirit, a conversation of consciousness. And the best way that we can describe this to you is that Johnny and I have both been spiritually attuned for quite a while now. And we've been speaking to each other for at least 20 years about spirit, creation, any type of metaphysical thing you can come up with. We have been posing that questions to each other. And we realized that what we're going to do in this series of conversations is we're going to invite other people in to speak with us so we can discuss, their interpretation, how they see spirit, how spirit brought them to where we are today, how spirit, is in their lives.
Right.
And it harkens back to a tale from ancient Hindustan about 6 blind men and an elephant. And it goes that once upon a time, there were 6 blind men who frequently got together and spoke, sharing the kinship. And they moved from village to village. And this time in Hindustan, the villages were sometimes kilometers apart, not much further. So they were walking one day with the aid of a young kid helping them through the forest. And they came across a tame elephant whose name was coincidentally Spirit. The boy said that we were coming up to the elephant, and they clamored. They had heard of an elephant, but they had never really experienced an elephant. So they each one, boy guided the kid, everyone around, and so what they decided to do was they would go up and touch the elephant and give the other 5 their impression. So the first guy was led to the elephant. He put his hands up on the side and he said, "Oh man, this elephant's strong and resilient and just sturdy, and it reminds me of a wall." The second blind man was at the point of the elephant, literally at the point, because he reached out and grabbed the tusk, the ivory tusk, the smooth tip ivory tusk, and said, "This is a powerful animal. It must be a weapon because these are like spears. He's like a spear. He's a fierce weapon." The third blind man was just right beside him, and he held the elephant's trunk. Trunk. Excuse me. And the elephant moved it around, and the man stepped back and said, "This elephant is supple and strong. Reminds me of a great hose." The fourth guy was by a leg and reached over and put his arms around the leg, hugged the leg like that, and said, I swear this elephant is as strong as a tree, the strongest of trees." The fifth man was standing near the head of the elephant and by the ear. And he must have been a tall guy, or it was either that or a short elephant, because he felt the ear. And it's an Indian elephant, so they have shorter ears. He felt the ear and he said, that ear feels like it moves, it's flexible like a fan, like it blows in the breeze. This is a weapon, not a weapon, but this is an animal of the environment.
Hold it, Bill.
Yeah.
That noise was a phone call. Here, look, what did you? It's 10 o'clock there.
What?
Okay. How you doing? What'd you do to your lip? Somebody punch you in the mouth? Intentionally, huh? That's one of the few times you have to pay attention. Yeah, I see that. Right. All right. Well, look. What we when are you going to do that? When are you going to get the new denture? Right. Yeah. Right. I understand because I'm having the same problems with my mouth. Only I'm getting it all back here.
Hey, don't feel like I can take my dentures out.
All right, well, okay, let me tell you something else you could do if you want, is you could wear a mask. It wouldn't be, yeah, right. Well, listen, I wanted to start today. I thought we would start today, but that's not happening, right? So I just said that's not happening, right? I recognize that, and so we'll have to do it. Okay, this is. I don't know if you can see Bill. Bill, say hello. Bill. Bill Spransey. Oh well, he's not saying hello. I don't know where the fuck he went. All right. Um. Yeah. He's with me on the Zoom call that you're supposed to be on. I sent you the link. You said you got it. What you were supposed to do is hook up with us on that. But you couldn't look. Uh, well, okay, so we could do it. We could do it on Messenger. All right, so listen. Okay, let me tell you something. Let me talk for a couple of minutes here. I got something to tell you. Look, you were the first person that I showed the chart to, right? You were the person who looked at the chart and you knew what it meant. I knew it was something important. You knew how important it was, right? And I want you to spend a couple of maybe 10 or 15 minutes talking about how that chart is at the heart of everything, right? The configuration in that chart is the same as the configuration at the center of the snowflakes. You know that. You know, it's the same as the hexagon that's on Saturn's south pole. You've seen those pictures. It's all over the place. That is the chart of who we are when we are the perfected whoever we are. Right? And that's what you understood about it. And that's what you taught me about it. Right? And that's one of the things I want to acknowledge about what you did. Right? I want you to give me a little conversation about it. Not much. I'm not interested in that much. There are other things that I'm interested in speaking with you about or having you talk to us about. But you won't be able to do that in a short video. You understand? What I'm thinking of doing is asking, do you want to do it? And we'll have First Mondays with Phil. And you do a First Monday for however many long First Mondays you want to take. Because the information that you have, yes, it all comes out of your research. I understand that, right? I've done a lot of the research too. Haven't done it as much as you have. Haven't been doing it as long as you have. You know, I didn't start when I was 12. Fucking wise guy. By the way, are you back with Anna in any sense? Okay. Yeah, I knew that that had gone south, but what the fuck? Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, right. Right. Well, that's we had people celebrating the concordance at Tierra del Fuego, right? Yeah, we did, and they were up in the Aleutians, and they were in Moscow, and they were in Malaysia, and they were all over the world.
Tell them,
right?
tell them about the video.
Convergence. The convergence. Harmonic convergence. No. I think it was. I think it was important. It has gotten more and less. You know, its centrality to my life has waxed and waned. You know. But the more I've gotten into astrology, the deeper I've gotten into astrology, the more I've been able to draw out of the chart, right? You know, we have this great. I don't know. Right. Right, right, right. And the whole thing was the thing that's waxed strongly to me in these last years has been the vital importance of Mother Earth, the planet, to that chart. Mother Earth is what made that chart. She is at the center of the chart. She causes the eclipse, right? And she ties everything together. It's Mother Earth, right? So I mean that's an important piece for me because as I've gone through the years, I have hewn close to the Red Road, right? And a lot of that is about, well, not a lot. There's a significant amount of the Red Road that's built around the. Okay, that's telling you number one. Number two, I have to tell you also that I got stoned just before this because I didn't think you were going to show up. So we're stoned. Bill reminded me to tell you that we have. I don't know if you've ever seen it. There are people who went to Easter Island for the Concordance, and they took a film at Easter Island, and I have it on the blog.
On YouTube.
It's on YouTube, right? And it'll be on the blog too when the blog gets up and running. I'm redesigning the blog. I'm redesigning it with a couple of girls who are in where is it? I don't know, someplace in India.
You know
Calcutta, India.
Oh, remind him also of the fact that Jimmy is the thread between all three of us.
That's right. Now, you remember, okay, here's the story that I remember. I showed you the chart. We were at Steve's house. You know, Steve Greengrocer. Steve and Mirehiel, right? Who's
Secret Watch.
all right. And when I brought the chart over, it was there. You know that you saw it for the first time. All right. You saw it, and you said you'd like to get Jimmy to see it. And you knew that Jimmy was going to be performing in Boston that weekend. And so we all got together in one car and drove up to Boston to listen to Jimmy do his thing in a church in Boston. And there I met Therese Quinn, right? And from that point, I got involved with Therese. Therese, I left Long Island to go and live with Therese. I thought I was leaving Long Island for the last time and going to, right? But Therese was crazy. She was crazy. I left and I came out to California, right? But the reason that Bill got out here,
I heard Jimmy at a
Bill
church
Spransey,
in Durham. No, in Chapel Hill.
so he heard him out there, and he was did a talk out in Durham, and Bill went to it, and he got swept up in Jimmy's fantasy of building a community out in the high desert, right? So they came out to join with that. I was out here already. We had both had soul clearings, at which time I got my name Mirehiel, right? And they got their names. He and his wife Robbie got their names, and we found out where we came from. Interesting that I became very. One thing you spoke about in one of the pieces that you do with Alan was the idea that I have come back here from the future. I have come back here from the future in order to put my oar in. You know what I mean? Put my oar in to straightening us out so that we get to the essential moment and we don't destroy ourselves.
But I don't think everybody has their oar in. Everybody.
Right. We'll put so yes, right. And we came back, and that's what the spiritually aware people are sort of doing on their own. I don't have to tell them to do it. They are going out and they're finding, they're making the connections for themselves. This is not a time for a leader to emerge. Right? It's a time for leaders to say, stop, shut up, turn around, look in the mirror. You're the leader. Right? Now, we know all this. We know all this. Bill and I know it from one perspective. You know it from another perspective. So I want you to marry that perspective with what we see so that we can have, so that the conversation about who we are, you look, in one of your things.
Tell them about the elephant and the blind guys too.
Yeah, all right, okay, I'll get to that, but yes. You tell them about that. Can you hear Bill? When Bill's speaking, can you hear him?
I can't hear anything that
All right, so okay, all right, so you're not hearing him. All right. In one of your presentations, you said we are at a critical juncture here. We need to understand more deeply who we are, where we come from, why we're here, where we go when we leave, and what our mission is.
That's what we want to talk these talks about. Focus on.
Well, you spoke it, so I wrote it down. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was good enough for me to write down. So shut the fuck up, right? Right. Well, you shouldn't be, because listen, you've got a lot of great information, like, and it goes into so many things. I mean, from lymphosizing to whatever else you do, right? And you do a lot of shit. So I know who you are, though. I know who you really are, you fucker. Right. Tell him Johnny came after you, and that's why you're missing your teeth. So the other thing that I just learned last night, well, one of the things that you said was the awesome power of forgiveness in healing. Right? Now, I mean, I didn't understand that until last night when I was trying to heal my sciatic problem. Right? I haven't been able to do that. I've tried in the past, but I put it, what was I forgiving? And I'm forgiving me. I'm the one that I have to forgive. Right? Really? Well, all right. We'll see. I'm telling you, I'm going to see what happened to me. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to heal it myself. Okay. Yes, you're right. All 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 right. Okay. I get it. I'll do it. So shut up. I do. Uh, and I, in one of I watched like three or four of the things that you had done with Alan mostly. And in one of them, he introduced you as the seed of the seeds. Well, I mean, but you never fail, so shut up. I mean, you do. I mean, you know what you're talking about. It's not like it's. I mean, I don't know if what you I don't- you know I don't know if I believe half of the shit that you say, but you say it with such conviction. Right? Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, see. We have this. Bill came up with this great idea uh, to discuss. It's a metaphor for how we're going to be discussing this idea of conversations in consciousness, right? And what it is the old it's an old story from
Hindustan.
Hindustan or something like that, right? And it's about these six blind men who they're now old and sort of decrepit, but they've been hearing all their lives about an elephant. So they finally got this kid to take them to see an elephant. Well, they're blind, so they couldn't see. But what the kid did is he put them in front of the elephant. And one guy walked up to the elephant and put his hands on the sides of the elephant. And he said, well, this elephant is so big and strong, it must be a wall. And the second blind man went up to the front and felt the tip of the horn. And he said, oh, well, this must be a sharp sword. And the third one went around and he felt around the one of his legs. And he said, oh, it must be a tree. And the fourth one went to his to the elephant's trunk, and he said, oh, the elephant's trunk waved around, and it must be a snake. And the fifth one touched his ear, and the elephant's ear flapped around, and he said, oh, this must be a fan. And the sixth one went around, and he grabbed his tail, and he said, oh, it must be a rope. There's six different ideas, all describing what they think an elephant is. We are doing that. We are sort of putting our hands up and saying, okay, well, this is what this piece of what we know
This is what we know.
feels like, right? So you know stuff, and you come up and you put your hands on the elephant, and you say, oh, well, it's lymphosizing. whatever you want to say that it is, right? And go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Great. But then if you do, then you'll be able to see Bill's ugly face. And that's why we were trying to keep him out of the picture. Okay, yes, right there. Okay, so you have been admitted.
Okay. I'm going to end the messenger call, and we're
Good.
just
Good, good, good.
right. So give me a second with this.
And Bill, you got to get some light on your face.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm off the messenger call now,
Okay.
and now I'm on the Zoom with you and Billy. Hey, Sprans, what's up?
Man, how you doing?
Good.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Hold on, let me start the video.
Now you
There
got
we
it.
go.
There you go. All right.
Let me put in some polydent. Let me. I don't want to freak Bill out. Okay.
Hey man, I can take mine out.
Yeah, why don't we all take ours out?
Dude, that's the thing to do.
All right, hold on.
Are you really comfortable without it? Are you
Who, me?
comfortable without it?
Bill.
Yeah, you. If you're comfortable
Yeah,
without it, then
but
leave it out. It doesn't bother me. You know?
You can just say you've been sucking on a beetle nut.
There you go. When I first went to China, I saw all this. I thought everybody was bleeding, spitting blood everywhere. You know, I thought some like virus had. All right, go ahead. So listen, I think we'll be able to do the call tomorrow, same time, because I'm going to the dentist later today, and I can just ask him not to pull my teeth out till next week. So
Yeah.
I'll still be missing a few on this end, but that's all right.
So listen. So let's try and set it like this. So if we're going to do just one call with you, all right?
All right.
What I'd like to do is to break it out into 3 sections, right? Section number 1 is a conversation with you about the chart, the concordance chart, and why it was important and how I found it. You know, I can talk about how I found it and what was going on in my particular chart at the moment that it was found. But
I'm going to take notes because, you know, my brain has deteriorated a lot in the last.
I got a book here of notes that I wanted to talk to you about, right? I even wrote down that quote.
Okay.
Right. See, that's really what I want to talk about, though. This is so the chart, the concordance piece. I want to do a piece on that, maybe 10 minutes, maybe somewhere around there, about the concordance chart and its centrality to our knowing the whole thing that you say we need to understand more deeply who we are, right? Where we come from, all the rest of that whole sentence that you threw in there, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I want to have be the bulk of the time that we have together, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So you can throw in whatever additional information that you have.
Yeah, everything that springs out of it. But we won't have time for that.
But it's good when you guys cue me, you know, like what you just said. When you remind me of things that I said,
right,
that I probably don't remember, then that cues me,
right,
as far as what I should say.
Right. Well, that's like I said. One of the things that I would tell you that you said is to remind you that you said you came back. You came from the future.
Right.
And
from the future. Yeah.
But we're not. You're not talking about me. Talking about everybody. Everybody that is of this aware spiritual consciousness nowadays has essentially come back from the future.
If you look at it that way, then I mean, Creator. You know, obviously we're all part of Creator. So Creator is the alpha and the omega of it all because He's the future and He's the Creator.
Yeah.
But how can it be a creator if it's always been here? You know, that's that. I try to figure that one out. I haven't figured that one out yet.
Well, I don't know. Well, you're in good company because nobody has.
That's the part, right? You know, and they try to put it off on, you know, the mystical stuff.
Well, this is why
I don't
pick on
understand.
me.
By the way, Phil, I do get Netflix.
Yes, I do.
Get Netflix and watch the 7-part series Midnight Mass.
Oh, really? I jumped by. Okay. I was
See,
thinking about it.
watch it, watch
All
it, watch it. Go all the way through to the end.
right. I saw it. I saw it, but I read the
Good.
description. It wasn't, but okay, on your
Right.
advice, I'll do
It's
it.
it's it's better than the description.
Well, you can see the trailer. The trailer looks good.
Okay, cool. I know why you want the Jew in the room. You think I got some special connection to man upstairs? Did you want the Jew in the room? You want a
Yeah,
Jew
yeah.
in
Let's
the
get
room?
that Jew.
Let's get that Jew. We
The
can need a
one, the
Jew in
one that
here.
you've seen, the one that you've
Did we,
shown us
did we show you this?
being John the Baptist or whatever it was, John the Beloved. That picture. Oh, you see that?
Yeah,
Can you see
I do.
this? Right.
Yes, I do.
Okay. When I first met Bill and Robbie, Robbie was wearing this medal, right? And if you can
Yeah,
see it, can see the detail of it. It's
beautiful,
the
Robbie.
it's the
Definitely.
Seal
40,
of Solomon, the Star of
40
Yeah,
David.
unpronounceable name
It's
for
the
God.
core. It's what is at the center of the concordance chart.
Right.
And
yeah,
I said hello, and and that was it. And we travel around together in other lifetimes.
yeah.
Yeah. He introduced
And
himself.
I'm certain that I have bumped up against you in other lifetimes. I mean,
At the center there, that's the Sha'areh, that gates of light. The gates, the concordance, the Star of David. That's the gate. It's a big gate.
yep,
Gates
yep.
of light. Big gate. Big portal
Right.
Yeah.
to everything that you're discussing. Yeah.
Everyone that sees this, it's really interesting because the people that see it that say, "Hey, that's really nice." I mean, you get a really good feeling for that. The people that see it, it sort of triggers that and other
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
people's awareness. It's
Same thing with this. Same thing. I just found this recently. Look at that. 10 years old.
Oh yeah,
Look at
you
that.
saw you showed that somewhere.
is that you?
Yeah, that's me. Why,
Is it really?
why they put why I'm wearing a dress, I have no idea.
Did you
No.
have skates on? Are the skates on that?
Nice
No,
legs, though.
Yeah, really, really. I like that.
It's an amazing thing I turned out the way I did. Could have been a lot, could have gone down a quite different road,
Yeah.
I mean, you did go down a different road.
but not the one that ends up in the
No, not the one that ends up with you wearing skirts.
not the one that ends up with me walking bow-legged all the time.
Well, here's
That's
Robbie.
a picture of Robbie.
Oh, Robbie, dear Robbie. Hey, Robbie.
Hey,
Robbie can't see. Robbie, you can't see from my nose down. I can't let you see.
That's okay. She sees me without my teeth. It's fine.
All right, fuck it.
yeah, I'm used to it.
I mean,
All right.
we grew up watching Gabby Hayes.
Yeah, right. It's Pa Kettle. Return of Pa Kettle.
Yeah.
I know you don't know
See you,
anything
Robbie.
about. You're not a very technical guy. You don't know how to edit a video, do you?
No, but that's my next on the list is to learn how to edit videos.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. I have to do it very quickly because I'm going to put together this. So look, I'm going to have Bill and I are going to do a brief video
Okay.
that's going to introduce who we are, right?
Okay.
And that's going to be the first episode in Bill and Johnny's Excellent Adventure.
Well, actually, it's Bill, Johnny, and Robbie's. Or Bill and Robbie's and Johnny's.
Yeah.
We can't leave her out because she's been with me every step of the way. So
I think when they took me to see you, my first time I saw the chart was when Steve and Ariel took me to see you in Port
Jefferson.
In Port Jefferson
Station. Right?
That's where I first saw it,
Okay.
at your place.
All right. Okay. Well,
Then we went
either
to
way,
Boston. I totally forgot about that Boston trip, but now I remember it.
right.
I totally remember that. Jimmy wasn't on board right away, as I recall, right?
Jimmy was never on board with it because
He
it wasn't
yeah.
Jimmy's. Jimmy was always about Jimmy.
well, I
Right,
mean,
it wasn't. Yeah, we couldn't make it a Jimmy thing.
How
That's
was
right.
my-
I remember
How
now.
was co-writing a book with someone?
Yeah.
How
You
was
wrote
that?
you wrote a book with Jimmy. How much did you write, and how much did he write?
The best parts, the best bits are mine.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember we couldn't quite rope Jimmy in, and it still worked out, you know. Couldn't make it a Jimmy thing. And it wasn't a Jimmy thing. It was a, you know,
It was a
couldn't bring it to
concordance
be
thing. It
just a
was
Jimmy.
never a thing that we never did it for our sakes.
That's right.
We never did it for our sakes. We did it for the sake of the for the people who came to it.
We did it for
Right?
Christ's sake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
For Christ's
You
sake.
talk
But
about it
that's-
like that. I don't mind that. I mean, you know, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I am.
Very-
I'm beyond quibbling about that shit with people
Yeah. Cool.
because
Hey.
it is just quibbling.
That's right.
Yep.
Johnny's getting high. What are you doing? Vaping in there? You're vaping.
No,
Holy
no,
shit.
no. This is pot.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a little pipe,
Got it.
Here,
and
now,
I've been smoking this shit for many years.
here's a pipe for you, Philip.
Wow. Gee, and all I have is some blotter. What? You know, all I have is some blotter here that I've been sucking on lately. No, go ahead.
You said sucking on bladder acid. Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
Yeah.
Are you microdosing with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Not at the moment, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, has it led you to any particular insights?
Yeah, the stuff here is crap. You know,
Oh yeah.
not like it used to be.
Well, are you in
No.
Singapore? I doubt there are very many Isleys in Singapore.
No, we got some very talented chemists, but they can't get the materials, you know, so they got to wing it. They can't get the hard to get, very difficult to synthesize.
Yeah,
Plus,
well,
they're
don't-
Chinese.
just
No.
get mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Get mushrooms.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
Also, you get hung for that shit around here. You got to be careful in
Oh,
Singapore.
that's right. You do. That's in Malaysia, isn't it? Yeah. I mean,
Very draconian measures here. They still hang people and they still cane people for shit. here.
yeah, that's right.
Oh.
What's the attraction there?
Well, I first came here to teach, then I fell in love, and now it's pretty much self-flagellation on a daily basis.
Are you still with Sharmila?
I'm still with Sharmila. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Good.
Look at this. What did I do to deserve this? Look
Oh,
at this.
wow. Oh, man.
That's her.
Wow.
No Photoshop.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she sure is.
I
With the
wonder-
contrast now, you know, she just keeps getting more beautiful, and I keep losing teeth and hair and.
That's ain't that grand?
I look at one of those couples. When I first got to Singapore, I saw all these pot-bellied, balding Westerners with young, beautiful Asian women, and I used to laugh at them. And now I see us, and that's where we are now. You know,
Yeah,
pot-bellied and balding. What can I say? What can I tell you?
but it's but still enjoying it. I mean, in spite of being pot-bellied and balding and limp and halt and all the rest of the shit, toothless. In spite of it, we still find a place within that to experience joy in every day.
I'm trying to figure out a way to get back stateside without getting jabbed first. This is my immediate challenge at the moment.
Well, you don't like jabs?
You can go to.
No, I don't really want to get jabbed.
You can
If
go.
I can help it.
You can go to Dutch Antilles. There's an island in the Caribbean. It's Dutch. At least now, this is a friend of mine from Amsterdam. Is trying to get here, and he said that the way he could do it was he could go there, spend 2 weeks there, and then fly into the country without being, vaccinated.
Well, yeah, but I can't even get out I can't even get on a plane
Oh yeah.
without getting jet now 3 times.
Yeah.
Now everybody's going for their boosters now, and fuck it. Well, I'll figure
Well,
it out.
listen, if it makes you feel any better, I've had 3 boosts, 3 jabs. Bill's had 3 jabs, Robbie and Jan. We've all had the 3 jabs. And in spite of it, I don't think you need it.
Right.
I mean, it's
I don't think you need
the
it.
thing is that
But I took it.
disease is so virulent that it just fucks people up, and in a myriad of ways. It can do it mentally, it can do it heart-wise, it can just chew up your intestines. I mean, it's the thing is that we don't get many choices in life.
Yeah.
We don't say when we can come. We don't say when we can go. But at least in this circumstance, by taking these, we won't have to go we opt out on that horrendous route. I mean,
Yeah, if it comes down to it, I'll get it. There's a Chinese one. It's more old school, old school type of vaccine. And so I'm not sweating it. If it comes to it, I'll take it, and I'll be over in the spring.
yeah.
Hopefully, God willing.
Will you
This
bring
coming
Sharmila
spring.
with you?
2020.
You're not going to bring her? Why not?
She doesn't want to come. She doesn't want to come.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to come.
If you have a nice life in Singapore, I don't see what America could hold for you the way it's been behaving itself for the last.
What does she
I mean,
do?
she'll loosen up the leash to let me go.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to come, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, first part is about the centrality of the concordance chart, right?
Right.
The centrality. Okay.
Right.
Getting back to it. You said there were 3 parts. You want to hit it on three parts, right?
Right. So the first thing that I wanted to hit on is this notion of what you have said. We need to understand more deeply who we are, where we come from, why we're here,
and where we're going when we leave.
Where we go when we leave, and what our mission is.
I mean, I think that should be the whole.
Right. Now, I have a part. That's what you had said, 8 or 10 years ago. And then I have a slogan that's going to go up on the website. It's going to be on all the inner pages, and that slogan is, "We are all on the mission to light. Love is the engine, spirit is a guide, and joy is our song."
Peace
Right?
That was from way back. That was
from
like
way back.
Peace is
Right.
the fuel.
That brings it back to, that's one of the first things that came along with the chart.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you remember a lot of it, and I want that part of it. But the other thing is, let's look at some of the answers to those questions. Now, one of the things we're talking about, Bill and I are talking about, is to break that up into, we'll do one session at the beginning, and then maybe 2 more where you can get into more meat, and where we can ask you questions that would hopefully probe you into coming up with, what's good for you.
Okay.
Right.
Sounds good.
And so, that's it for me for today. I mean, you got something else? I'll be happy to stay here and discuss whatever.
No, I got to get ready to go to the dentist. How about tomorrow, same time? I think we can use the same link.
I don't know. And it doesn't
I
make
think
any
I'm in
difference.
Zooming enough that I think we can use the same link, or if you want to send me a new one, but I think can use the same one.
All right.
I'm
Well,
not sure.
let's use
We'll
this.
try it.
Let's
We'll try
use
it
this one,
tomorrow.
try this one first, primary, then send another for backup. You know. I mean,
All right.
why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right.
So we'll use it. We'll try using the same link, and then if that doesn't work, we'll know quickly. All right.
Okay.
And so, then I'll send a new link. But I mean, it's easy enough. I run two Zoom calls. We have a group of people that I hang out with here. Who are friends of mine and that I've met along the way up here in the high desert.
Yeah.
They call us the old fucks, and we are old fucks.
Why so complimentary?
Hey, it used to be farts, so
Right, it used to be farts, but that
it
smelled bad.
weird between those
Until they found out that we can still get it up. Now we're the old.
Right. Okay. And then I also run a monthly chat, a Zoom, for the guys in the class of Niagara University that I used to go to. So there's a class of 65, and I run that chat, that Zoom, right? So I'm comfortable with Zoom, right?
Yeah.
People, I know there's some people that have said they don't want to do Zoom because of security problems. Well, fuck that shit.
Well, I mean,
I don't know anything about Zoom's security
what would
problems.
they steal from us? What would they steal from us? If they were smart, it'd be like the Jerry Rubin thing, steal this book, Abby Hoffman.
Abby Hoffman steal his book.
Yeah.
People are just paranoid. They're just
Sure.
general state of paranoia.
It's because they just don't know what the source is. Anyone that knows, Lao Tsung used to say that it was people didn't know the source. We're all born in the source, and living there is, or being there is, being in the source. And if you don't know where you come from, you wander in confusion and sorrow.
All right, I have a few more phrases that I want to throw at you that come out of your work.
Okay.
We want to reach. We want to reach a state in which consciousness is no longer imprisoned in time.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would say, more or less.
Well, more or less.
Yeah.
You also say that we're in an ascension cycle right now. What is it that identifies an ascension cycle for you? When was the last time we've had one? And
we can talk about that. We can talk about that a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people. Do you have, by chance, have you seen a guy on YouTube called Cash Peters?
Oh yeah. Oh no, I don't think so. But I've heard the name.
He draws energies. If you have a geopolitical situation or a person, he can go to their energy and then be able to see them going forward. And invariably there's a road to the right and there's a road to the left or whatever. And he can see which way they'll go and what would happen if they went the other way. And he's really quite prescient. Really quite prescient. And he was talking about that this last couple of ones he's done. And the other thing he does is he goes in and he does I don't know how he calls it, people passed over. He shows their journey to the light.
What's
from
his name again? Peters?
Peters.
Cash, as in cash
Yeah,
money.
right. Cash. Yeah, Cash Peters.
Yeah,
Peters.
yeah. He calls himself the English Channel.
All
Right.
right. Well, I don't want to talk about Cash Peters
Oh,
anymore.
I know, but
I want to talk about some things that we're doing here.
well,
Right.
Who the what
Okay,
the
but no,
fuck
it's
is this?
good.
I can't.
Noted and logged. Okay.
Okay. The Turanusianism.
Yeah,
What was that word?
Perennium, but that's a whole chunk of human history there, right there.
That's the human history that we're
Yeah.
a part of. We're in that lineage.
Well, I've started working with the new Council of Light. It's the Council of 36, 22, 34. Did I tell you?
No.
does it go by Maryland?
Went right over that one right over your head. The Council of 36, 22, 34.
Okay. All right. I understand that one now. Now, as soon as you told me it went over my head, that's exactly what I
I'm
knew
working
it
with the
meant.
Divine Feminine a lot now.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what's coming to the forefront. That's what's taking her place, with the
That's right. That's the Council of 36, 22, 34.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
How close does Shamila come to that?
Pretty darn near.
Okay. All right. Go Philly, boy.
All right.
Happy
I'll
for
tell ya,
you. All right.
Correction at our age is always a welcome sight. That's what I.
At your age, you were
My-
still like 10 years younger than me, so shut the fuck up.
I know. I'm just a kid. I just turned 69. I'm just a kid. I know.
Right, you did. You're just
Just kid on the
69, and I'm turning 80 on my next birthday.
I know. Fucking A.
All right, so,
All right.
but
More
still,
power,
I can learn from a junior, right? I learned from my
Jew.
junior.
See that? He has to get the Jew in there. A Jew.
Junior.
Junior.
My juniors.
We should really do a podcast.
Like he's so proud of that. He's so proud of the fact that he's a
podcast.
Jew.
Metaphysics and merriment or something, Our merry band of metaphysicians.
That's right. And I would
Yeah.
even call us metaphysicians.
I know it's yeah. We're the new Rat Pack, but we're the metaphysical Rat Pack.
right.
All right. Okay.
Right. Go ahead.
Right. And
You can be the boss, John.
everybody, no. See, this is one of the, I don't want to do this alone. I wanted to do it with Bill, because he can take me out of myself very easily, and I need that, right? So, another thing, this phrase is another phrase that came out of something: multi-dimensional identity integration.
Ascension. That's the ascension bit.
All right, that's associated with the ascension.
The concordance having to do with centrality, consciousness, our history, and our future ascension.
Right.
Like nice things. What it has to do with the past, now, and the future.
Right.
Our history, where we are now, and where we're going. That's a nice way to frame it.
Yeah. It is. I've been informed dinner's ready.
And it's also where we already are.
That's right. We're all, yes, that's true.
See,
or
that's
certainly
I keep coming back to that.
Yeah.
And that's that's a great that's my anchor.
Yeah.
Well, I spoke to myself. I've told Johnny this before, but I spoke when I was a kid. I was 12, sitting on the slope of the bank, slight bank in front of our house, looking across the road at the woods and all this. And it was a beautiful afternoon, beautiful sunset. And I'm going, well, I wonder if I'll remember this when I'm an adult. So at the age of 12, the moment when you started to become aware, that's when I sent that message to me now. I mean, every time I go to that, I'm sitting there in that, you know. It's really, really, really interesting how that works out. Really.
Are
All
those
right,
the
well,
real
go eat
pages,
your dinner.
Bill? Are those the real palm leaf pages in the frame behind you? Are they?
This is a Tibetan text about
Yeah,
yeah.
because I've got two of them myself. I gave one away a while back, but I got a couple of those
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
Very
I've
cool.
just gotten into recently? Can you read that?
Yeah. Yeah, I learned how to read a lot. I've been reading a long time, Johnny.
What did it say, Johnny?
No, I've.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I am
Yeah.
familiar. Oh, and Annie Besant's
Yeah,
translation.
it's
Yeah.
Annie
Very nice.
Besant's translation, and yeah, uh, this is the second edition.
So send me the link
Anyway.
for tomorrow. I will not fail you. I will be there. All right.
Okay. Cool. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Okay. You
I'm
too,
out of here.
Bill.
All right, you
Okay.
get off the phone. We'll all stop now. I love you. Thank you. I'll
Yep.
see you
All right. See you
sometime in the
tomorrow.
future.
All right.
Tomorrow,
Bon appetit.
7 o'clock. I mean, is it too early for you? 10 o'clock out there?
No. It's perfect. It's 10 a.m. for me.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good.
I am
Right.
I'm 15 hours in the future
Yeah.
of you guys.
Well, I know I'm more creative at 10 o'clock in the morning than I am at 7 at night. So this is great.
There you go. Okay.
Adios.
See ya.
Adios, amigos.
Yes.